Hello, ladies and gentlemen. We are back once again with that game where they cannot spell the word shroud. And it's beginning to wear on my
Shroudy's coffin. I can't believe we sleep in the same room.
Separate coffins, at least. Sometimes you need to look on the bright side of things.
Beginning to wear on my very soul. I was kind of expecting her to just give one little short comment.
It won't budge. The coffin has some kind of combination lock on the side of it.
Did they have combination locks back then? Should I call shenanigans? I don't have a crowbar.
It's Shroudy's
I've already
coffin.
heard this.
I can't believe we sleep in the same...
Yes, skip. You can play with just the mouse. But why am I doing this again? Anyway, you can play with just the mouse, but you can't skip conversations with the
coffin
mouse.
has some kind of combination lock on the side of it.
Spacebar. I was just wishing for a crowbar to open the stupid coffin, and it slipped out. And I'm getting texted.
Hello?
Hey, hello there yourself, Dollface. How you doing today?
Bob over there mentioned something about a magic book the Baroness was interested in. Are you familiar with that?
How could we not be? It's all the Baroness ever screamed about while she was torturing the poor bastard she brought down here.
You mind telling me about it?
Well, that depends. That's where my memory enters what you call a gray area.
How gray?
Navy blue. But it might get a little more beige if you do us a solid.
Yeah, neither. I was just thinking that
Navy
neither
isn't
one
a
of those
shade
is
of gray. Neither is beige.
Navy, Army,
So-
Air Force, Marines. What's the difference with color? You want to do business or what?
I'll listen. What do you propose?
We need you to hit somebody for us, and it needs to be a real message job. Hi, Wacket, the Baroness's cat lives near the kitchen. You take her out, and maybe we can do some business.
You want me to kill a defenseless little kitty?
Defenseless, She's 20 pounds of pure feline killing machine. She's too much for any of my capos to handle. We even brought in a specialist from Sicily. After Wacket was finished with him, all that was left was a single foot.
I guess this Wacket likes Italian.
You take care of this little problem for us and bring a collar as proof the deed was done. We'll tell you what you need to know to get to the Book of Shrouds. I will tell you this much. To find the Book of Shrouds, you're going to have to gain access to the Baroness's secret laboratory, which is only accessible through the library. Now that's all I'm going to tell you until you bring me the cat's collar.
All right. Fine. Kill a defenseless little kitten and bring back the collar as proof.
Yeah, that's it. You have any more questions for me, sweet cheeks?
No. I have heard quite enough.
Hey, I love me some kittens, but...
Do you know the combination to Shroudy's coffin?
You know, we never did try to steal his combo. He never had anything we wanted to, borrow. But I bet Ozzie over at the water pool or Big Bad Barb over here saw something. Then why not ask them?
Okay, I will. Thanks.
Hey, anything for you, Dollface. You got any more questions for Papa Frankie over here?
Yeah, no, Papa Frankie. Thank you very much, no.
Au revoir.
Au reservoir. Alright. Talk to Barb again. Because that's not creepy at all.
Do you happen to
awfully
know the
talkative for a
combination to
minion.
Shroudy's coffin?
No, I'm sorry. I don't know the whole combination, but I am pretty sure the first number is 0, though. Unfortunately, from my position, I can really only see the first number. Wish I could help more.
Alright. 0.
Oh, good idea. My, grumbling stomach thinks you should go ask Ozzie, the fountain gargoyle. He might have had a better vantage point of the combination.
Oh, I will. Thank you.
There's an idea.
I
Two
should
different
warn you,
perspectives
he is a
of
bit
it.
rusty in the head and is sometimes impossible to understand.
Alrighty.
I better be going. It's been very really nice talking with you.
You too.
For a given value of nice, yes. Nice-ish to talk to you, even though I'm aware that while I am talking to you, you are crushing and puncturing some poor son of a biscuit to death inside you.
It's a rather bizarre-looking fountain.
Is it just me, or is that fountain actually wearing sunglasses?
Well, maybe he's cool. Because when you're cool, the sun shines on you 24 hours a day. Unless you're a vampire, of course. Then the sun shines on you only once, and you burst into flames.
Alright.
Hello, Mr. Fountain. How are you doing today?
I think he said, I'd love to chat with you, but it's hard to speak with a high-pressure jet of water emanating from my mouth.
What
I
did
can
you expect?
imagine. I wonder if there's a way to turn it off somehow.
There aren't any valves to shut off the water that I can see. Maybe they're somewhere else.
Yeah, if it's plumbing, there's a way to turn it off, even if that just means breaking a pipe. Let's talk to the rats again.
Hello?
Hey, hello there yourself, Dollface.
You guys use the pipes, right? We might need some plumbing help.
Yeah, we know this castle's plumbing like the back of our claws.
Do you guys know how to turn off the fountain over there?
We might be able to do that for you. For a price.
Always a price with these guys. Ever heard of altruism?
Yeah, my grandmother had that. Her shaking got so bad we eventually had to hand feed her. This was just before that pie-whacking son of a... got her. So, what about it?
Oh, never mind. What do you want this time?
Well, nothing in particular. Just trade us something of value and we'll fix your pipes. No problem. I'll get Remy the Rat Fink to do it for you if we can drag him away from that stupid cookbook he found.
Fine. We'll think of something.
Yeah, you do that.
References.
Anything else?
No, that is enough.
Hey, I could never get enough of talking to you, honey pie.
Remy, a rat who's found a cookbook and is a little obsessed with it. Gee, I wonder if that sounds like Toy Story. Anyway, maybe some fruit and nuts would be a good bribe.
Hey,
Do not try this with
fellas,
real-life gangsters.
look who's
They
back.
will not accept them.
That tall drink of water and the froze, Meister. Now, what can we do for yous?
We have these mixed nuts and dried fruit snacks for you. You think you might want these in exchange for helping us out?
Fruits and nuts, huh? Well, all right. Toss them here.
Here you are. Soon as you are done eating, will you please stop the water from coming out over there?
Hey, these are delicious. Hey, Dino. Go kill the water on the fountain. Dean, baby, you okay? Uh-oh. I think he's stuck.
Look, Mona, the water in the fountain stopped.
Oh, well. I guess you two won't ever get the chance to hear him sing Bats Amore. Pity. It's pretty good. Anyway, glad we could be of service, and thanks for the nuts and fruits. Ciao.
Bonsoir.
See if the gargoyle's more talkative now. Now that he's not
are you?
constantly barfing
My
up
name,
water.
my name is Ozzie. I'm a fountain. Yeah, fountain, and I think I'm a... Well, wait, what was the question?
Seems like maybe this guy's been drinking something else besides water.
Or smoking it.
What do you do down here?
Well, I sit around and watch things, you know, you know, there are people that come in and out of here, and sometimes I see things, and I like to write songs, but what's my name again?
Ozzie. This guy is
You said
probably
you see things around here? What kind of things?
not too much help.
Usually, it's blokes getting tortured, but aside from that, there's usually a couple of people who come down here just before sunrise, and then they climb into them funny-looking beds. But one is a short, pasty-faced dude with a bad temperament. But the other one, she's a tall, good-looking broad. You know, she looks a lot like you, actually.
That's because it
Yeah.
is me. My name is Mona. That short, pasty-faced dude you mentioned is keeping me locked in this castle against my will.
That's not
Evil
right.
pastry-faced
Is there
dude.
anything I can do to help?
You said you see Shroudy. When he goes to bed, does he do anything unusual?
Well, it seems like he's always fumbling about with that weird clock on the side of his bed.
Weird clock.
Well, yeah, I see him dialing in a couple of numbers. I assumed it might be a reminder he set for himself to take his meds on account of him being nuts and all. Right, but I have some experience with medication myself. Or should I say, medicating myself.
Yeah, I
Ozzie,
could have guessed.
would you mind telling us the numbers he uses?
Oh, yeah, right, sure. Yeah, well, I think there are 3 numbers, but I only know 2 of them. And the numbers are 3 and 7, and I know that 7 is the final number.
7 may be the final number, but 1 is the loneliest
Thank
number
you, Ozzie. You've been very helpful.
that you ever knew. Yep, that's all for Ozzie.
That is all I need to know.
I'm sure he rapidly became everyone's favorite character, but, yep, that's all for Ozzie. For now, at least.
You
He may
did
or may
it,
not-
Mona. The coffin is opening.
And there was no treasure trove inside.
Looks like Loverboy had a few pictures made of you. How does that make you feel?
Sorry, I couldn't speak for a moment. I had to swallow a mouthful of bile back down.
Ew, blood bile, because the only thing that's been in your stomach to come up is blood, so that's blood bile.
Knowing what a little pervert Shroudy is, I'm not sure I want to know what's under his pillow.
Darn, it's only the newspaper. You kinda got my hopes up there for a minute.
Seriously, that waist of hers is freaking me out.
It's a copy of the Drexylvanian Tribune.
The headline reads, "No leads in the continued disappearance of local paper boys. The Gosford United play the Vlad's Landing All Blacks tonight in championship. And Mayor Vinton of Gosford Falls is predicted to survive recall vote."
Barbie has more of a waist than this woman. Yoink.
I'm gonna grab this. It might come in handy.
Alright, we've got a newspaper. Oh, are you sure you don't want to just leave it there and
I'm not
come
going to
back
take
for
any
it?
of those pictures.
Can I have one?
Only if you want me to rip your wings off.
So you just want to leave them there for some other vampire or vampire hunter to find? Just... And how did he get offensive pictures that obviously make her uncomfortable without her knowledge? Of course, this era, he just had someone paint them because there were no cameras. I've got a crate of dirt. I've got a crate of dirt. Except I don't actually have it, but it's there. Alright. Let us see what's in the bloody pit. As long as we're here. We need one more item to get the item for making use of the pit.
That loosened one of them up, but I had to use all the lotion in the bottle. Now it's empty.
But we can at least get the pit open. Except we used up all the lube. One of those problems that you have in life semi-frequently. Empty bottle. There we go. I was trying to use the empty perfume bottle on it earlier. Or I was trying to use the full perfume bottle. Then I emptied the perfume bottle. Then I tried to use the perfume bottle on it and was confused and didn't know what I was doing and cut that out. But what I remembered was it's the lotion bottle you use.
This
Because
bottle
apparently
is
the bottle
empty.
matters.
I can fill it up with this dripping oil.
Adventure games are very picky about what receptacle holds what. There are, like, chemical contamination containment laws, I suppose. Ooh, look, graffiti.
I wonder who this Jenny girl is.
Given the fact that it's 1897, I'm more surprised that you're not wondering how you call somebody.
1897, yes.
It's not my job to keep the walls of Shroudy's torture chamber clean. In fact, if I had some paint, I might add a few choice words myself.
I'd say it's a good thing you don't have any paint, considering this is supposed to be a family-friendly game.
Yeah, no, with the number of innuendos and grievous bodily harm jokes and the guy slowly dying and suffering inside the living Iron Maiden, you kind of threw away your family friend
It's a
or your
rather
friendly rating a long time
ghoulish-looking
ago.
smiley face.
You've got to love the power of positive thinking. Here he was, trapped in a dungeon, obviously bleeding, and yet he chose to make a smiley face instead of a frown. It's really quite uplifting if you think about it.
I'm not going to destroy the most pleasant item in this entire room. Re-drum. What does re-drum mean?
It's Moo-Rurder spelled backwards, I think. I knew a Moo-Rurder once. He owes me money.
You're really not making any sense.
No, and you're kind of stretching your joke too long to make it funny. There's our nut oil. And apparently it's really finicky about where I can click.
That did it. Both hinges are now loose.
Alright, let us lift this trapdoor.
If
and
I
see
want
if
to
there's
open
candy
it, I should
inside.
probably try pulling on the handle.
Okay, apparently clicking on the door is not what I need to do. Apparently the handle. Why make the handle a separate
That
piece
did
from
it.
the door?
The pit is now open.
That is...
Man, that smells horrible.
Ugh.
Alright. Let's see down there. Seriously, why is she taking the unlit torch, lighting the unlit torch, and throwing it down there, when right next to it is an already lit torch, easier to pick up and drop down there? Seriously.
Oh my! Frederick! It looks like a pile of rotting bodies. How revolting!
It looks like there are a couple of fresh ones down there. They still got some meat on them.
Why on God's good green earth did the Baroness dump bodies down here?
'Cause she
Now we
doesn't
know
want
why
all
it
over the
stinks so
castle.
bad. I had heard rumors about the fate of the Baroness's numerous guests after they came here. But man, she was one messed up witch.
Yeah, she gave birth to Shroudy.
It's a good thing I haven't eaten anything this morning. Otherwise, I might be making a contribution to whatever's down in that pit.
You mean you're on the verge of blowing chunks, yodeling in the gully, talking to Ralph on the big white telephone, executing a Technicolor yawn, launching lunch, delivering street pizza, or involuntarily creating a personal protein spill?
Frederick, you're more than a little twisted, but highly creative.
It's not exactly highly creative to rattle off a list of euphemisms. I mean, we all love Forrest Gump, and these weren't euphemisms, but no one thinks he's highly creative because he can rattle off a list of shrimp dishes. I did not look at this banana.
It's a rather ornate hanging banner.
It's the Von Kiefer family crest, a two-headed vulture holding some thigh bones.
I can't make out the family motto. Frederick?
Get to pickin' while the pickins are good. Words to live by.
Well, a banner could come in handy. Wait, that's my inventory.
The tapestry is fairly loose. I'm not going to pull it down right now, but if I need it at some point, I'll remember that it's here.
And the number of ghost items in our inventory increases by 1. So let us wander over yonder and meander upstairs.
I might need that, but I can't carry it around with me. I'll keep it in mind.
Random husband in a jar. Go through here. Off on the balcony. Identify these, please.
I'd say from the slight browning and the horizontal striping you see towards the top of the exterior skin, those are 100% pure belladonna buds.
Wow, Frederick. I didn't know you knew so much about flowers.
Well, you see, Helena, my last girlfriend, dumped me after I gave her some flowers.
Oh,
What'd you do, give her
Frederick.
ragweed?
That was sweet. Why did she dump you?
They sent her into anaphylactic shock. After that, I thought it might be a good idea to know a bit more about flowers. Rocco, her brother, still wants to beat me to a pulp for that.
Well, flowers need
No,
nutrients
I am
to
not
grow.
going to take a bath in the lake to clean off, and I don't smell.
And I can apparently use Frederick on anything. Well, for now, we're going to look at the lake
It's a
while
dark,
I just go
frigid
ahead and say
waters of
thank
Lake
you very much
Va.
for
Do
watching.
people swim in it?
I hope you enjoyed it. I know I did,
sometimes
but
they
please
float.
like, comment, or
Usually
subscribe
face
if you
down.
enjoyed yourself, but I can't force you to do that. I'm not the boss of you. Yet.